Dear friends, welcome back to another video. In this session, we will discuss light reaction of photosynthesis. I am doing this topic in few parts. In this part, I will explain the site and machinery or requirements of light reaction. Friends, I am doing biology educational videos on NEET and CSIR UGC NET exam topics. If you like this video, please subscribe and enable the bell icon to get my upcoming videos. Let's directly come to the topic. As you know, light reaction is the first phase of photosynthesis. What is in photosynthesis? It is a process in which green plants synthesize their own food materials using light energy, carbon dioxide and water. This photosynthesis is having two phases. The first phase is light reaction and the second phase is dark reaction. The ultimate product of photosynthesis is sugar or carbohydrate. And this sugar or carbohydrate is produced during the dark reaction. And this sugar is nothing but the food. Formation of this sugar that requires ATP and NADPH. ATP and NADPH are required for the formation of sugar. Then this ATP and NADPH are produced during a light reaction. Though the ultimate product of photosynthesis is sugar, the production of this sugar requires ATP and NADPH. And this ATP and NADPH are synthesized during light reaction. And this light reaction is our topic. Then which is the site of this photosynthesis? Where this photosynthesis occurs? You can easily say that the process of photosynthesis occurs in a cell organelle, that is chloroplast. You know, large number of chloroplast can be present in the mesophyll cells of leaves. And this chloroplast is the cell organelle in which this photosynthesis occurs. Both light and dark reactions of photosynthesis occurs in this chloroplast. Now we can just have a look at the structure of the chloroplast. As you know, chloroplast is a double membrane bound structure. That means it is having an inner membrane and an outer membrane. In between outer and inner membrane, there is a space that is called intermembrane space. Internal to the inner membrane, there is an aqueous fluid that is called stroma. That is a fluid matrix. Also, you can see a stack of thylakoids that is called granum. And each unit is called thylakoid. Actually, thylakoid is a membranous sac-like structure. And connecting the two grana, there is another structure that is called stroma lamella. And inside the thylakoid, there is a space that is called thylakoid lumen. You have seen the structure of chloroplast. Then within the chloroplast, where is the site of light reaction? If you consider this as the chloroplast, here you can see a membranous sac-like structure. This membranous sac-like structure is called granum. This granum is made up of a number of small units. These units are said to be thylakoids. So each unit of granum is called thylakoid. This granum is considered as the site of light reaction. Remember, this granum is made up of thylakoid. So specifically you can say that site of light reaction is thylakoid. So now we have to enlarge a single thylakoid. If you observe the structure of thylakoid, you can see a membrane. This membrane is said to be thylakoid membrane. And there is a space inside this thylakoid. This is called thylakoid lumen. This thylakoid membrane and thylakoid lumen are the sites where the major important events of the light reaction occur. Then what are the requirements for light reaction? Light reaction requires two pigment protein complexes and a multi-protein complex. These two pigment protein complexes are nothing but PS1 and PS2. And multi-protein complexes is nothing but cytochrome B6F. These two pigment protein complexes and multi-protein complexes, they are located on thylakoid membrane. If you take this as a thylakoid, this is a thylakoid membrane. This thylakoid membrane consists of two pigment protein complexes. This will be PS2 and second will be PS1. In between PS2 and PS1, there is a cytochrome B6F. Then what is this PS1? Let's check the structure of PS1. This PS1 is mainly composed of two portions. The first part is a reaction center and the second portion is a light harvesting complex. This reaction center is nothing but a chlorophyll A. You know, there are various kinds of pigments in the chloroplast, but chlorophyll A is the chief pigment responsible for photosynthesis. This chlorophyll A is also called P700 because this chlorophyll A absorbs maximum light energy at 700 nanometer. So that this chlorophyll A is also called P700. The second portion is light harvesting complex 1. This is also called LHC1. Let's check the structure of this PS1. If you take this as a PS1 and you can see the reaction center P700 here. This P700 is a reaction center that is nothing but a chlorophyll A. This reaction center is surrounded by a number of other pigments and proteins. These other pigments and proteins together constitute light harvesting complex 1. Remember, this light harvesting complex consists of other pigments. What are other pigments? Other pigments like carotene, xanthophyll, chlorophyll B, etc. and proteins. What is actually the function of this light harvesting complex? This light harvesting complex, they can trap light energy from the sun, and after trapping the light energy they can easily transfer this light energy to the reaction center P700. Then observing the structure of PS2, here also you can see a reaction center and light harvesting complex 2. Here also the reaction center is a chlorophyll A, but this chlorophyll A is also called P680. The reason is this chlorophyll A is having a maximum absorption of light at 680 nanometer. The second part is LHC2 light harvesting complex. This is nothing but other pigments and proteins. If you take this as a PS2, in this PS2 you can see P680 or reaction center, that is nothing but a chlorophyll A. This is surrounded by a number of other pigments and proteins. These other pigments and proteins are called light harvesting complex 2. So we explain what is the structure of PS1 and PS2. We have one more structure in between, that is cytochrome B6F. We will explain the structure and function of cytochrome B6F in the process of light reaction. So far we have discussed the site of light reaction and the requirements of light reaction. Then what is actually the process of light reaction? This process of light reaction involves absorption of light energy, splitting of water, release of oxygen, transport of electrons, finally synthesis of NADPH and ATP. All these processes I will explain in detail in the second part. Please watch it.